Yo, what if I told you one of the most dangerous rap beef tracks of the last decade didn't drop because the label panicked? Lawyers got involved, and even a studio engineer signed an NDA. We're talking about a track so disrespectful, so personal, and so explosive that the moment it was recorded, the room went silent. A diss track aimed at the game during their Cold War tension era, a track Kendrick wiped from existence himself. Or at least that's what he thought. For years, fans whispered about it. Reddit threads mysteriously disappearing. Say Cheese TV getting source blocked every time they asked. Candidly Cassie hinting that a West Coast nuke was buried underground. But nobody had proof. No audio, no files, no witnesses willing to speak. People thought it was a myth like Detox, like the lost Wu-Tang album, like the Jay-Z DMX battle tape. But tonight? Nah, this one just got real. A hacker collective known only as Rosecrans Archives allegedly cracked an old TDE storage server from 2016 and found a corrupted folder titled, "Don't Open KDOTX Engine Room." Inside, a half-deleted WAV file 2 minutes and 47 seconds long. When restored, it revealed Kendrick delivering bars so ruthless that even the AI used to clean the file glitched twice. The insults, surgical, the delivery, calm, cold, villain level, the content, allegedly referencing stolen chains, industry snakes, and a secret betrayal involving someone in game's own circle. And get this, the twist. The person who helped leak the restored audio might have been someone who once worked for the game himself, which means this wasn't just rap beef. This was revenge, chess moves, and scorched earth energy. Fans are already calling it the West Coast Ether. Others are saying Kendrick deleted it because he crossed a line he couldn't uncross. But now that it's been found, the question isn't why it was erased anymore. The question is, what happens now that it's back? Because once something like this hits the internet, you can't delete history twice. It was 2016, deep in the vault era of TDA, when Kendrick and the game were in that weird space of respect publicly, smoke privately. On the outside, it looked calm. Interviews full of West Coast unity, LA love, Compton pride. But behind the cameras, fans had no idea a storm was brewing, one that would shake the culture so hard that it would end up hidden for nearly a decade. It began at a private studio session on Rosecrans Avenue. No phones allowed. Security outside the door, 3 engineers inside. The mood was tense, like a pot boiling but nobody daring to lift the lid. Kendrick was working on a secret project, rumored to be Lucy's for something darker than Damn. Meanwhile, the game had been popping off subliminals in underground circles, telling anyone who'd listen that Kendrick's pen ain't untouched like they think. Fans would have been shocked if they knew the cold shoulder energy these two legends were throwing behind the scenes. One engineer, a guy named Marcus Engine Room Ellison, later said in a leaked forum post that the session felt like recording in a pressure cooker with a ticking clock. He described Kendrick sitting alone in the booth, lights dimmed, hoodie up, not talking to anyone. Just pacing, mumbling flows, rewriting bars, every line sounding like it had teeth. Outside the booth, the game wasn't present physically, but his presence was felt. The reason? Just a week earlier, a close affiliate of Games, a rapper named Scheme, allegedly told TDE insiders that Game had mocked Kendrick's humility and suggested his success came from perfect marketing, not perfect bars. That message made its way to Kendrick. And when it did, emotions ran high. Because Kendrick doesn't rage loud, he rages precise. Marcus said the moment Kendrick heard the news, he stopped pacing, turned to the glass, and said one chilling sentence: "Open a new session file, name it after him." The other engineers exchanged looks. Nobody spoke, but the session was created. Title typed, THEGAME response V1. That file name alone felt like a declaration of war. Kendrick stepped to the mic. No warm-up, no pre-roll talk, just a slow inhale, then a delivery so cold it sounded like he had already forgiven the world, but not this situation. His voice came through smooth but razor-sharp. They love to crown kings who don't bleed, until a real one start leaking. Marcus said his own heartbeat was louder than the studio monitors at that point. Then Kendrick kept going, stacking metaphors, painting betrayal like a personal insult to the West Coast, not just to himself. He rapped about ego, authenticity, and the curse of being underestimated by people who think respect is a weakness. He didn't name game directly at first, but the energy made it obvious. Fans would have been shocked if they heard Kendrick in this mode. Not screaming, not spiraling, just dissecting someone like a thesis. One of the engineers, Julian Monomix Carter, whispered off mic, thinking Kendrick couldn't hear. Bro writing a eulogy, not a diss. Turns out, Kendrick did hear. He paused, smirked, and said into the mic, still recording, not a eulogy, a receipt. And that line later became one of the most repeated quotes in the leak community. The track continued for 2 minutes and 47 seconds, but of the drama was only the beginning of the dominoes. Because the moment the last bar was recorded, the booth door opened and Kendrick walked out silently. No reaction, no celebration, no fist bumps, just a calm head nod toward Marcus and one more eerie line, delete it when they ask, they will ask. Marcus swallowed hard. Ask who? He said. Kendrick just pointed upward, meaning the industry, the powers, the gatekeepers. And like clockwork, the very next morning, TDE executives did ask. Not because they heard the track, but because rumors started spreading from someone who had been near the building that night. That person was Maya, Vault Gossip, Hernandez, an assistant who worked with Aftermath Studios, but had connections all over LA. She allegedly told a friend who told a producer who told a DJ who told a blogger that Kendrick cooked a Compton legend last night, and the track is illegal levels of disrespect. That rumor hit the Say Cheese TV radar instantly. They tried digging, but sources kept going ghost. Cassie from Candidly, Cassie teased it on YouTube without saying names. Some tracks get deleted not because they're bad, but because the truth sued first. Fans are shocked. The family is left divided. The culture is watching. But some files are better left buried, and that teaser video mysteriously got demonetized within 2 hours. Fans were confused. Comments were disabled. Screenshots got wiped from Instagram. It felt like the industry was scrubbing the internet with bleach. Back at TDE, executives confronted Marcus. They didn't yell. They didn't threaten. They just placed a contract on the desk, a non-disclosure agreement. The penalty for breaking it? $2 million and a lifetime ban from working in any major recording studio again. Marcus laughed nervously. Y'all think it's that serious? CEO Anthony Tiffith replied quietly. Brother, this isn't rap beef. This is intellectual property homicide. Sign it. Marcus realized then this wasn't about Kendrick hurting Game's feelings. This was about Kendrick potentially exposing truths that could collapse alliances, reveal street politics, and ignite real-world consequences. He signed. But here's where the first twist begins, the twist that fans didn't know until years later when Monomix hinted at it on an anonymous Discord server. The track got deleted from the TDE system, but not from the Pro Tools autosave cache. Meaning, Kendrick thought it was erased forever. TDE thought it was erased forever. The game had no idea a track even existed. The industry thought the rumor died. But the file was still sleeping, hidden in fragmented backups deep in a dusty server like a buried landmine waiting for someone reckless enough to dig. And that's exactly what happened. In 2025, 9 years later, the hacker group Rosecrans Archives found the folder labeled Don't Open KDOT Engine Room. It wasn't stored like a normal track. It was encrypted, corrupted, and half-shredded, like someone wanted it gone but was terrified to destroy it completely. And when hackers restored even 20% of it, they realized instantly this wasn't just a diss track. This was a documentary in rhyme, a chess move wrapped in metaphors, a culture bomb. The leak community exploded. Cassie dropped a late-night Instagram story saying, "Fans are shocked. The West Coast is whispering again, and somebody's about to owe explanations they never prepared for, because now the track is found, which means someone leaked the location, which means someone violated a 9-year silence pact, which means is about to go nuclear. And the scariest part? We still haven't even heard the bars yet, but the world is already trembling at the possibility, and that's when the notifications started blowing up again, because history wasn't just found. It was triggered. The moment Rosecrans Archives confirmed the file was real, LA turned into a rumor hurricane again. This time, though, the internet was faster than the industry's cleanup crew. Screenshots, leaked snippets of the folder name, and distorted waveform previews started circulating like contraband. Say Cheese TV posted at 1:03 a.m. We just got sent something that might end a decade-old standoff. Deleted, hidden, shredded, and resurrected. West Coast, tap in, you not ready for this. Within minutes, their post hit 200K likes. Comments went ballistic. Drop it now, Compton Civil War incoming, Kendrick really deleted a body. Fans were shocked, the culture was waking up, and everybody wanted answers. Meanwhile, the game was live on Instagram, doing his usual late-night rant and smoke session, unaware that his name was about to be dragged back into the headlines. He was talking sneakers, industry politics, and random jokes when a fan spammed the comment section with, "The KDOT track is back, they found it." Game froze. "What track?" he said, leaning closer to the screen. The comments sped up like a slot machine glitching. The deleted diss? Engine Room Ellison confirmed it. Receipts not rhymes. They found the folder labeled "Don't Open." Game laughed at first. "Man, y'all be macking up movies. Kendrick ain't ever dissed me on wax. He respect me too much." But then his phone buzzed, not comments, not fans, a direct text message from someone saved in his contacts as Wacko Studio 6. The message read, "Bro, this one ain't fake. They got the file, and it got your fingerprints all over the era. Call me." Game's mood shifted. No yelling, no theatrics, just that quiet street serious tone he uses when he realizes a situation is bigger than jokes. "Io, I'ma get back with y'all." He ended the live abruptly. Fans clipped the moment instantly and reposted it. The game reacts to KENDRICKS lost DISS rumor live. His face says everything. The clip hit TikTok and YouTube Shorts within 30 minutes. The algorithms ate it alive. Over on Candidly Cassie, she uploaded a video titled, "Deleted Tracks Don't Scare the Industry. The Truth Inside Them Does." She spoke like a narrator from a reunion episode of a reality show. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high in the studios. The West Coast family was left divided, not by the track itself, but by the secrets it might expose. And now, somebody knows more than they supposed to. Her video hit trending 4 in music in 6 hours. Back to the hackers, restoring the file wasn't easy. The audio was corrupted like it had been dragged through digital gravel. The engineers in the hacker collective, RAVE, Restoration Audio Vault Engineering, were working out of a warehouse in Inglewood, using bootleg plugins, AI stem repair, and forensic audio techniques usually reserved for crime investigations, not rap beef archaeology. One of the hackers, a masked voice modulator user known as Bitcrusher Boogie, said during a leaked voice chat, "We expected bars. We found evidence." Kendrick wasn't dissing the game's rap. He was dissing the system around him. The politics, the alliances, the people who used Compton like a brand instead of a birthplace. Another hacker replied, "So this ain't rap beef. This is a deposition with ad-libs?" Bitcrusher Boogie, "Exactly, which is why they deleted it." That conversation leaked to Twitter and Reddit instantly. Fans were shook again, but this time the shock turned into debate. Kendrick wasn't scared, he was protecting the coast. Game's circle betrayed him, not Kendrick. This track is bigger than music. This might expose street industry crossover politics. But here comes the twist. The restored file wasn't uploaded by the hackers first. It was uploaded by an anonymous burner YouTube channel titled, "Compton Data Ghost No Profile Pic." No bio, just one upload. KDOT deleted response restored 2025, 20% recovered. The video was 37 seconds long. No full bars, no verses, just a cleaned fragment of Kendrick saying calmly, "They gone rewrite legends when truth start talkin' too fluent, then static." But that one line, it was enough to explode the culture again. Say Cheese TV reposted it with the caption, "The audio breathing again. Who gave them this?" Cassie added fuel immediately. "The person who leaked this didn't restore it. They survived it, which means they were there, which means they stayed quiet 9 years until they didn't." Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high. The family was left divided again, but now the division had a new question. Who leaked the location of the folder in the first place? Because only 5 people in 2016 knew the file name: Kendrick, Marcus Engine Room Ellison, Monomix, CEO Anthony Tiffith, and one person who never signed anything, Maya Vault Gossip Hernandez. which means if the folder was found because of a human tip-off, not a digital breach alone, somebody from that 2016 room or the hallway outside it decided to talk. And the worst part? The audio snippet was only 37 seconds, but the culture already smelled smoke in the air again. Because this wasn't a diss track being found anymore, this was a witness stepping forward. And when witnesses break silence in Compton stories, that means somebody's about to get named. After the 37-second teaser went live, the rap world didn't just wake up, it stood up. Notifications were flying, podcasts were rewriting episodes mid-recording, and the blogs weren't asking if the track was real anymore. They were asking who was going down because of it. Say Cheese TV doubled back with a longer upload. If Kendrick deleted it, TDE buried it, and hackers resurrected it, then a human had to point them to the grave. This ain't rap beef. This is betrayal with timestamps. Fans were shocked, but shock was evolving into something louder. Sides were forming. Compton natives, TDE loyalists, Game's diehard fanbase, and the conspiracy crowd were all pushing different narratives, and every narrative sounded like an accusation. But behind the internet fog, the real drama was happening offline. Maya Vault Gossip Hernandez was the first domino nobody saw. She hadn't posted publicly in years. No interviews, no live streams, no hot takes. She disappeared from the spotlight after 2017, allegedly because the industry labeled her a liability with access. But in 2025, she resurfaced not by choice, by summons. A private investigator working for a major label, rumored to be Interscope, via a third-party crisis management firm, tracked her down in Ontario, California, where she had been working a regular 9-to-5 job in audio equipment distribution. No glam, no drama, no blog wars, just invoices and warehouse shifts. Her coworkers said she was quiet, organized, and always wore headphones like she was listening to a movie only she could hear. On December 5, 2025, two men walked into the warehouse and asked for her by name. Maya looked up. No fear in her eyes, just recognition, like she already knew the day would come. "Y'all hear about that KDOT file, huh?" she said before they even opened their mouths. One of the investigators replied, "We ain't say names, but you just did." That moment got leaked to a local LA gossip thread by a warehouse worker who overheard the exchange. Within hours, Cassie from Candidly Cassie had a dramatic retelling video up. The leak didn't start with hackers. It started with somebody who knew the folder name without seeing the folder. And that person just got visited in real time. Fans were shocked again. Maya was escorted outside, not arrested, not detained, just taken for questioning in an unmarked car. But in the rap world, an unmarked car is louder than handcuffs. At the same time, the Game was in Houston doing an appearance at a sneaker event when his manager, Trevor T-Scope Ellis, pulled him into a back room. No cameras allowed. No fans nearby, just two chairs and tension. "Trevor, they found the file, and your circle is about to get dragged into the conversation whether we like it or not." Game leaned back, irritated but alert. "I don't got a deleted track. Kendrick ain't diss me, so how I'm in this?" Trevor slid his phone across the table. The screen showed the burner upload from Compton Data Ghost with the cleaned audio snippet. "Trevor, because the bars weren't about rap. They were about politics, ego, and somebody around you who spoke too freely back then." Game snapped, "Who, name it?" Trevor shook his head slowly. "That's the point. We don't know if it was Marcus, Monomix, Scheme, Wacko, or Maya. But somebody talked, and whoever talked first might talk again." Game slammed the table. "Marcus signed an NDA, Monomix been ghost. Maya left the game. This sound like somebody plantin' narratives on me." Trevor replied with that TV reunion episode calm. "Plant or not, the fans think it's your soil." Cut to Compton. Scheme, who had once been casually mentioned in rumor circles but never confirmed, posted an Instagram story at 3:17 a.m. Compton legends don't beef, but the people around them do, and somebody about to get exposed playing both sides of the glass back then. He didn't tag anyone, but tagging is unnecessary when the culture already knows the suspects. Then Marcus, Engine Room, Ellison's name got dragged back into the spotlight by an old Discord user who posted, "NDA or not, Marcus recorded the first line, but he didn't record the rumor that started the cleanup." That sent fans spiraling again. Monomix reactivated his Twitter account after 5 years of silence and tweeted one line that hit like a warning flare. Receipts don't fear deletion. People do. The tweet hit 2 million impressions in 45 minutes. Say Cheese TV screen recorded it and uploaded immediately with dramatic narration. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high. The West Coast family was left divided again. But this time, the division has suspects. But then the biggest twist of the night dropped, the one that turned speculation into personal stakes. Maya logged into a burner Twitter account labeled Not Vault Gossip and tweeted a thread that shocked everyone harder than the audio snippet. I didn't leak the file. I leaked the location. Because I was protecting someone who was in the room that night but wasn't supposed to be. Someone who worked for Game but admired Dot. Someone who begged me to help bury it. Someone who never signed anything because they were never documented being there. Then she ended the thread with, "Y'all keep diggin', but be ready for what name come out the dirt." Fans were shocked because now we know. The track wasn't deleted because Kendrick crossed a line. It was deleted because someone undocumented crossed a room. And if Maya didn't leak the file, but leaked the location because she was protecting someone else, then the question isn't just who leaked the track anymore. The real question is, who was in that 2016 session that the industry never wrote down? Because a ghost in the credits means a villain in the next chapter. Somebody's about to get named. The culture was officially in investigation mode now. This wasn't gossip, this wasn't speculation, this was forensic fandom. The kind where fans turn into detectives, producers turn into suspects, and Compton turns into a crime scene made of syllables and street pride. Say Cheese TV dropped a community post that hit like an announcement from the jury box. We're not talking about rap anymore. We're talking about an undocumented session. Somebody walked into that room without paperwork, without clearance, and without signing a silence deal. That means someone had motive, access, and immunity until the internet got involved. The comment section turned into chaos. So a ghost really in the studio? This the West Coast Watergate. Kendrick deleted a person, not a file, name droppin' incoming. Fans were shocked again, but this time the shock was turning into pressure on the actual players. Trevor T-Scope, Ellis Games manager, went live on Instagram the next morning, looking tired, irritated, and cornered by the algorithm. He wasn't yelling, he was performing professionalism, which is always suspicious in rap drama. Trevor, look, I don't know who y'all think was in that studio, but Kendrick Lamar and the Game never had a diss session. That rumor is cap. We respect KDOT. The West Coast is unified. Stop cookin' narratives. But then Cassie posted a stitched reaction video to his live stream, zooming into his micro-expressions like it was a reality TV reunion episode. Cassie, unified? That man blinked 37 times in 18 seconds. He lying? Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the West Coast family was left divided because Trevor is sweating like the air conditioner got subpoenas. The livestream clips went viral instantly. People were dissecting not just bars now, but body language, timestamps, and silence patterns. Meanwhile, Monomix Julian Carter, the engineer who had once whispered, "Bro writing a eulogy, not a diss," suddenly posted a 9-minute voice note to a private Discord channel that also leaked. "I've been silent 5 years because I signed my name to the silence. But I didn't sign my eyes. I saw somebody else in that room, and they weren't there for Kendrick. They were there for Game. But when Dot started rappin', that person looked like their life flashed in 808s. Discord user, so you saw the ghost? Monomix, nah, I saw the human they turned into a ghost after that night." Fans were shocked. Again, because that confirmed the theory even harder. Someone undocumented was physically there, emotionally shook, and personally invested. Cut to Compton, where the streets don't wait for press releases. Scheme, who had once been casually involved in rumor pipelines, did a live stream outside a local barbershop with 40K people watching. The vibes were LA casual until the topic turned lethal. Scheme? Io, real talk. If a deleted diss track gets found and a folder gets cracked, that ain't just rap. That means somebody betrayed the booth. Somebody betrayed the glass. Somebody betrayed Compton. And Compton don't do betrayal without consequences. A fan yelled from the background. "So who was in the room, Scheme?" Scheme paused, stared into the camera like he was about to drop coordinates, then said, All I'ma say is this, it ain't always the rapper who records the track. Sometimes it's the person who records the room. Then he walked away. Cliffhanger energy. Classic, but the industry wasn't chilling. Not this time. TDE's old storage server that was hacked. That triggered internal panic in the major labels. Because if hackers found that, what else could be found? Files from beefs that never dropped. Alliances that were fake. Ghost-written verses. Contract secrets. Street industry overlaps. The kind of overlaps that don't look good when exposed. A label insider leaked a text to a hip-hop forum that Cassie read dramatically on YouTube. All West Coast servers are being audited. Any file older than 5 years involving subliminal tension between major artists is being pulled, archived, or destroyed. Cassie added commentary, destroyed? Nah, they scared. Because the truth is leaking like a bad breakup text thread. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high. The family was left divided. And the industry? It's now acting like Kendrick's deleted bars were actually the least dangerous thing in the folder. Then the second twist dropped. A fan from Houston, a girl named Jada Cloud Clipper Monroe, posted a video claiming she had spoken to someone at the sneaker event who said this. There was a guy in 2016 who was always at game studio sessions. Not an artist, not a producer, not security, just someone who carried drives, ran errands, and helped archive files. We called him Hard Drive Hank, but one night after a Rosecrans session, he vanished. Never saw him again. Say Cheese TV screen-recorded Jada's clip and reposted it instantly. New suspect unlocked, Hard Drive Hank. Who is he? Cassie uploaded immediately after that. Hard Drive Hank is the first name we've heard that was never in the credits, never on the paperwork, never on the NDAs, which means he might be the first one who could actually talk without getting sued. Fans were shocked. Emotions ran high. The West Coast family was left divided. But this time, the divide had a face sketch forming around it. Then Trevor texted Game privately, also leaked later. Trevor, if Hank start talkin', we cooked. Not because of the track, because of what else he might know. Game replied, man, I don't fear no file, but I fear a man who know where the bodies are buried. Trevor, this ain't bodies, this is backups. Game, exactly. Backups live forever. The final moment of ended with this eerie, suspense-filled truth. The track was deleted. The folder was hidden. The location was leaked. A ghost was confirmed. A human suspect was named. And now the industry is panicking. But the biggest cliffhanger of all, we still don't know Hank's real identity. We still don't know his motive. We still don't know if Kendrick knew he was there. We still don't know if the game ever crossed him. And we still haven't heard the actual bars that were deleted. But what we do know, Hard Drive Hank is trending in the culture now, and the moment a ghost trends, that means he's about to go public. This whole situation went from a whispered rumor to a full-blown cultural moment. A deleted Kendrick Lamar diss track that the industry swore never existed gets dug up by hackers. A mysterious folder location leaks. And suddenly, an undocumented studio regular named Hard Drive Hank becomes the biggest suspect in rap's Lost Files saga. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the West Coast family was left divided over one burning question. Who was really behind this leak, and why did the track need to vanish in the first place? The truth is, this story isn't just about a diss track, it's about the secrets surrounding it. The politics, the egos, the invisible players moving between industry power and street loyalty. The people whose names never made the credits but might have shaped the culture behind the glass. Kendrick thought he deleted history. TDE thought they buried it. The game thought it was a myth. But myths don't trend worldwide unless there's truth breathing inside them. And now that the folder has been found, the culture has its first real name to chase, its first real ghost turned human, and its first real cliffhanger to obsess over. So now it's on you. If you love rap drama that feels illegal, mysterious, and real mixfake insane, you already know what to do. Like this video so the algorithm pushes this deeper. Subscribe to the channel if you want the moment Hank speaks. And most importantly, drop a comment telling us your theory. Who is Hard Drive Hank? What did he see in that 2016 Rosecrans session? And do you think Kendrick deleted the track to protect Compton or to protect the industry from Compton? Because one thing is clear. Once the internet finds the grave, the ghost always finds the mic next. And we're all waiting for the name that comes out the static.